Hey, hello everyone. Alicia.
Hi, Santosh.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Alicia, looks like we need to wait for a few more minutes. I see
Yes.
Gayatri and Soundarya joining this meeting. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Very warm welcome to today's webinar. Today's webinar is all about, again, we are here back with a very new feature that OfferX provides, and we'll all discuss about how do we fix ghosting with this offer punching. I'm very excited for today's webinar, and I'm sure all of you are because this is something very new. This is that we are going to offer you. Uh, and this webinar has a lot to offer. We'll hear about your stories. We'll tell us some about us. We will tell you about our features, and we'll get started with really something interesting that you all are waiting for. So, hi to all of you, and thank you for finding time on a busy Friday and attending OfferX's webinar. So, without wasting much time, let's get started. And can we move on to the next slide? Yeah. So, I'll just quickly brief you about today's agenda. First, we'll run down about OfferX with you, and much more in the later half of the webinar. You'll have a thorough knowledge about what we are offering, what we have to offer, and I'm sure you'll be standing very satisfied and convinced and fix all your ghosting issues by the end of the webinar. So then we'll be discussing about a lot of ghosting experiences. I'm sure you're aware of what ghosting is, or as we call it, candidate backout. So that part, I really want a lot of stories from the audience as well. So please be ready. Please brace yourself up. Think about all the experiences that has happened with you so far and share with us. Uh, we will then hand it over to Santosh, who's our product owner. He's here and he will give you a complete understanding, the tour of how OfferX provides a solution to all of you, how you can go ahead with it, the features and everything. We'll then have a quick demo for all of yours understanding. We'll also run down the next gen plan and then we'll move towards the Q&A session and we'll discuss everything in details with you. We promise we'll not miss out any of your questions by the end of the session. So moving to the next. Okay, so OfferX's journey. I hope everybody can see the screen here. And we started around August 2023, like we see here in the graph, and that then is when we launched. By September, October, we started growing. We grew rapidly by December 2023 with 500 plus clients. And when we closed 2024, we were almost around 1,800 clients. And by now, it's we are standing in the last day of February, and we have 2,000 plus clients who are onboarded, registered with OfferX, and happily using it. And all of y'all who have attended today are going to add to the list of it, and I'm sure you're going to be very happy and continue this journey with us. So, going to the next one. Okay, this has always been my very favorite part of OfferX, because this is why OfferX is born. This is why we are here, and that is why we are all discussing about OfferX or solving the problems. So, very recently, I also have come across with a lot of ghosting stories, if you might say, while working with the team and the experiences when somebody's going to join the team. But apart from this, apart from having conversation with you people or with my team, we thought we will also which is very new, but I'm still going ahead and telling you that we also started of having podcasts, which is not here yet. But if you stay tuned to OfferX's page, and if your mobiles are on your hand, please follow us on LinkedIn. So you all have, you'll not miss out on the podcast. So I got to discuss with a very seasoned professional who is a talent acquisition a senior manager handling India and Asia Pacific regions and 19 years of experience. And I have a story to tell all of you guys. He shared, and I was like, okay, these things also happens. So very early in when he started with his journey. So you know how you all start and you are excited, okay, we are going to onboard, we promised the client 10 candidates and 10 candidates are showing up in the office. So something like that happened with him too, and this candidate was supposed to be in the office at 10 a.m. in the morning. He was excited, and I am listening to him because I was hosting the podcast and we're talking, and he tells me that he did not join, and it had a lot of repercussions. I'm sure as HR, in a HR fraternity, you all would know that how it affects the business, disrupts the flow and all of that. So he was so traumatized by this experience. He tells me that the next time he was about to hire a candidate, he did not wait for the candidate. He traveled all the way from Bombay to Nagpur to actually get this candidate back with him to the office and hand him over the offer letter in person. And I was like, is this how traumatized, HRs and all this talent acquisition fraternity, they feel this bad, like, okay, I'm ready, I'm going to deliver, and then, this happens. Then it actually leaves a scar. Okay, every time you are in office, you keep thinking, will this candidate join? Will this not join? And it always keeps you in that dilemma. For example, I have ordered food from Zomato and I'll be like, will my food come? Will I get to have my food, or will I sleep without dinner? So, we also kept thinking as this entire product started developing. We also thought that what can we do to actually, not have this thing always in your mind that you're always in confusion. Will this happen? Will this not happen? Will the candidate join? Or, somebody's going to leave and the entire blame is on the hiring manager's head that "Hey, you promised the business and it didn't happen." So, as on the screen, there are a lot of experiences from the team, from the founder, and these are real experiences which you read on screen. I'll read out one of them for you, and then I will actually go ahead and unmute a few of your mics. And please, I know you have similar stories to share, and I would love to listen it from you too. So there's this program manager. When a selected candidate didn't join, a key team member stepped in as a resource to save the vendorship, significantly impacting our company. And then there's the story of a full stack developer. He got an opportunity to go to UK and immediately disengage from the client's project, leading to escalations that we had to deal with. So, these internal problems just keep going on in every position, in every role. It has got nothing to do with a specific role, company or candidate, or no matter whatever the HR or the company is offering them. So there are many more stories on screen, but I would want to hear from the audience more. So, Santosh, what say? Should we go ahead and listen to their stories?
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Please. Yeah.
So let's get started. Please, one of you, if we can start unmuting their mics, I would want to know why they are here today. What is that about last minute back out that motivated them to come here and know how they can solve it? So I would like to know the stories from you. Can we start? Please, can you raise hands? Just go ahead, consider this as a Friday fun exercise and start telling your stories, please. Please raise your hand so we can unmute your mics. Anyone who has a story? Yeah, Ankita. Can we unmute Ankita's mic?
Hi Ankita, you can enable your mic.
I can. Okay. Can you all see me?
Yes, a
Hey,
very good
hi.
morning and a
So
warm
yeah.
welcome.
Yeah,
Hi.
thank you so much. So I can so much relate with you all and all these comments. So I have an interesting story. So first of all, I'll just give a very small intro about me. So I've been in the HR domain from past 6 years, and I've heard so much of such stories, and ghost stories are now a part of our daily schedule, right? So once we offered a candidate, she was a female candidate, and we are based out in Dehradun. So we have a nearby place, Saharanpur. She was from Saharanpur, and she got selected. We rolled out the offer and everything was in process. So we have this policy that whosoever is not from the local area, so we usually go ahead and get the room, and we extend our help so that they can get a room and they can get into a place nearby. So on and off I was in touch with the candidate, and I got rooms for her. I myself roamed around and got into a lot of places, got numbers for her. And just before the joining, 2 ways, like 2 days before, and she lied to me that yeah, I'm in Dehradun and I'm just getting my things done and getting all my things from my home. And on the day of joining, she said my parents are not allowing me to join. So just imagine, she lied to that extent that yeah, I am in Dehradun, I'm getting my stuff, I'm getting my bed, and I'm getting all the other things, but my parents aren't ready for me to relocate. And she was working in Noida. And then and Dehradun is hardly an hour away from her place. So yeah, so that is a story that I always remembered, because I took out my time. I went ahead and thinking that she's a female and she's her parents will be worried, and I thought, why not get some numbers for her. So that was the day I realized that okay, I won't be doing that anymore, and I'm not following that practice of going ahead and doing that much for the candidate. But yeah, that is an interesting story that I have with me to share.
Oh my God. Because, human resource, the entire fraternity is all about also connecting with humans on a personal level. So you do extend that, entire effort, your personal and professional, and set up something, and they just do not appreciate. So
Yeah.
that's why, and especially when we are in so much automated and AI mode, I personally feel that uh, you should always know where it is going. At least you should know where are you or where the candidate is, and should you or not have a backup plan ready before the D-Day.
Yeah.
And thanks, Ankita. The I'll also remember the story, and uh,
Yeah.
much more stories if we can get connected even after this session. I would love to hear from you too.
Not a problem.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Okay, does anyone else want to share their stories with us? Please raise your hand and we'll unmute your mic. I'm sure you have many of them. Please just go ahead and share with us. Um, can we mute? Please unmute Monisha's mic.
Have enabled the mic, Monisha.
Monisha, please unmute and you can share your experience with us. Monisha, can you hear me? You can unmute and talk.
Yeah. I think we can take this at later part of the webinar. That
Okay.
should be fine, Alicia, because I see a
Yeah.
technical glitch there. Probably we
Okay.
can just continue. Yeah.
Sure. So, going to the next, I'll just hand this over. Sorry, Monisha, we'll just check and do it around the Q&A session. Really sorry about it. Uh, let's go ahead. And now I'll hand it over to the brain behind OfferX, Santosh, who's our product owner. And let's get started with a very interesting session. And I promise you guys, you will have something way more handy with you by the end of the session to fix ghosting. Thank you for your time and let's get started.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Alicia, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Good morning. We're always grateful to the HR fraternity, and the support which is coming from the HR fraternity is invaluable. Thank you so much for connecting with us today. So, switching over to the subject, we were so interested to understand the behavioral patterns of the candidates who backed out after accepting an offer letter. So, these are some of the learnings in the past few years. So, what we understand oftentimes is We have seen the candidates don't even feel that whatever they're doing is wrong. It kind of bothers us big time. They always feel it is their right to accept multiple offers and then just joining on one whatever they like. I mean, we have no problems in candidate receiving multiple offers. It perfectly fine. What is not fine is falsely committing and making the companies to wait and then finally don't show up. That's totally unethical. So that's not how a person leads their life, right? So we were just thinking why candidates actually operate this way. Why are they just ghosting on the companies? So probably we think they have the feeling in their mind somebody else will join the company and there is no harm to the company. So it seems like there is some kind of notion in their candidate's mind. But in reality, the companies are people, right? People get stressed. People who, let's say, the HR managers or a delivery manager, when they are supposed to deliver a guy, if the guy is not there at the right time, I don't think it is going to be a pleasant experience, right? It takes a lot of efforts to get projects, build relationships. It's not easy. Suddenly, if you just go and undo all the good work, whatever you have done until now, it doesn't look great, right? So it's not going to be easy. So that's one thing we have seen where the candidate don't seem to think about the impacts they are causing. So in some cases, we have seen candidates falsely pursuing the job opportunities. In fact, they have no interest in joining the company, but the reason they wanted to get engaged and go through this interview process is just to get a higher offer. Even though you give a higher offer, there is no guarantee they will join. What they're doing is they are actually taking these offers and going after another company and hunting for the better pay. Simple. So in some cases, we have seen candidates changing terms and conditions after the client interview. So, and some of them write false reviews on the companies later. Some of them feels like they can abscond anytime after the employment if they get a better opportunity. So particularly when it comes to ghosting, we have seen a lot of like small and mid-sized companies are getting impacted. So we go talk to other companies. They will also say, we release like 10 offers and hardly like two guys are joining the company. So it's a very common problem for everyone. So that's our understanding. Sometimes we also noticed employees being dishonest or misleading other employees, like spreading false news on the company, and some of them don't cooperate during the transition period. This will kind of create a friction with client relationships and eventually leads to an unhealthy environment, right? Yeah. So this is something which is bothering us a big time. So that's our understanding on the candidate behavioral pattern. So yeah. Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, so the solution, right? So we were brainstorming on how to solve this problem. We thought there is no review system on the candidates or the employees. So that's exactly the why a lot of these individuals are taking an advantage, or I would say exploiting the system. Because if they are ghosting a company, that history is not tracked anywhere. And they can go shoot again. They can continue this for their life because they are not getting caught anywhere, right? So that's when we started thinking that there has to be some sort of a tracking mechanism where all the unethical behaviors of the candidates will be tracked. So that's how OfferX came into existence. The solution was to release an offer letter online. So that's the candidate is going to e-sign as an acceptance of that offer letter. Then they will also give a consent if then also given a consent if the experience is good or bad. So whatever the experience is going to be look like, the company is eligible to write a review on their onboarding or an offboarding experience. And likewise, even a candidate can also write a review on the company on their onboarding and offboarding experience. So that way, the levels are set on both the sides. And most often, what we have seen is with our own experience, when we release an offer online and we ask the candidates to e-sign and make them aware that if they back out, there will be a review on them. And in a lot of cases, people are not willing to sign. And we are very thankful for that. The reason is because we don't want it to mislead at a later point of time. So it's working very well for us when we release offers online and when people are committed. Oftentimes, 90% of the cases, people are just joining us so that we are not wasting our time and efforts there. So all that we recommend the companies is to, for example, if you are searching for a candidate and you got a better talent for that particular job description, and if you wanted to release an offer letter, then come search for that particular candidate in the OfferX system. Then you'll get a complete credibility of that particular candidate. You can see the offer history, you can see the reviews from their previous employer. So based upon those reviews and the offer history, then you can take an informed decision whether you want to release an offer letter or not. So that simple it is. Yeah. So can we go to the next slide? Yeah, we have a small video which talks more about how does OfferX will solve this backwards problem. So I request the team to run down a video.
In today's world, employees have numerous platforms to share their opinions about companies publicly. However, shouldn't companies also have the ability to share feedback on their employees that could genuinely help the next company for making better hiring decision? OfferX, the first global reviews platform that combines onboarding and offboarding reviews, creating a comprehensive space for feedback exchange. By enabling both companies and employees to share their experiences openly, OfferX platform helps to make improvements on both sides. A company can delve deep into a candidate's behavior from the initial handshake to their departure from past companies, to gain visibility into their authenticity and dedication. This enables companies to decide if they want to bring a candidate on board or not based on the track record. We call it the decision dynamo. A candidate can gain deeper insights about a company on what the employees have to say about their experience with the company's culture, work environment, etc. This dual review system ensures both company and employee to make informed decisions on their engagement. But we didn't stop there. To combat ghosting and stay updated on candidate activity after offer acceptance, OfferX introduces offer punching, an exclusive feature designed to bring accountability to hiring. When a company uploads an offer letter or logs candidate details into our system, OfferX tracks the candidate's status. If they accept another offer elsewhere, our platform instantly sends real-time notifications, allowing employers to act swiftly and reduce last-minute dropouts, all while maintaining complete privacy and confidentiality. To make the process even more hassle-free, OfferX integrates seamlessly with any HRMS or ATS system, enabling companies to automate candidate tracking, provide feedback, assess candidate behavior, all in one place, and eliminate manual effort. Join the OfferX today.
So that's a simple solution we have. So all this while we are talking only about utilize our review feature where you can just check the reviews from their previous employer, the candidate's previous employer, and take an informed decision. But we also have another interesting feature, which we generally call as offer data punch. So it is nothing but tracking the candidate once release an offer letter. Okay, for example, say you have released an offer letter to Santosh Kumar, and Santosh has accepted your offer letter. And then you have a creeping doubt now whether Santosh is going to join your company or not after accepting. I think that is the reason why most of the HRs will create multiple touch points with the candidates, just to make sure that the candidate is going to join the company, right? So, but what we can do is, you can just punch the candidate details like Santosh Kumar details in the OfferX system. You will just need your minimal details of the candidate like Santosh Kumar email ID, phone number, and the job acceptance date and job start date. That's it. So the system will track the Santosh Kumar in the system. And moreover, if Santosh Kumar has accepted another offer letter from some other company tomorrow, then we are going to provide email notification to both the companies stating that Santosh Kumar is trying to accept multiple offers at the same time. So this is something which is working extremely well for us because I've been talking with multiple clients. So they can see a value add in the system because they could able to understand whether the candidate is going to join the company much the than the joining date, right? So if they have noticed that the candidate is going to back out, then obviously they are coming up with the backup plans. So that's how the system is helping the most of the HRs in order to eliminate this candidate backwards problem. So I strongly recommend to start using the OfferX features, especially a candidate tracking mechanism, which is offer data punch, so that even you can able to leverage this feature and find out who's backing out after accepting an offer letter. Yeah, that's how it is. Okay, I think we have a demo So I'll hand over the things to Sai Kiran, who is our sales evangelist. So over to you, Sai.
Thank you, Santosh. I hope my voice is clear and the screen is visible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Thank you. Thank you so much for confirming in. So, hi, good morning, everyone. So, once you visit the OfferX website, this is how the interface would look like, which is presented over the screen. There's a quick registration process for that. I'll just quickly tell how the registration would be done. So, you just have to choose a company and click on next. There are only few details which we would ask. Either you can log in through Google or Microsoft or do a custom login as well. So I will use a demonstration account to show how our interface would look and what are the main important features that could actually help you in your regular practice. Yeah. So once the registration is complete and you're successfully logged in, you'll be able to see the company's account of yours. So for example, Harsha is the admin for SoftSpark. This is the company account. So, as Santosh has stated, like how the reviews could be seen against a candidate even before you do any activity, so that you can take an informed decision is something that I would show, and also you can see the offer history as well, and also how the offer data punch would work. So I'm just doing a random, kind of a search here. For example, I'm just doing a random search with a demonstration account. Yeah. So once you do a search here, then you will be able to see the candidate information. So to cross verify whether this candidate that you're searching is the same candidate that is displayed on the screen, you can um, check with the other parameters like the highest education qualification, then institute name and year, passing year, and the contact details and the email ID, etc. So once you confirm the same candidate is there, then you'll be able to see the onboarding review systems given by the corporates. For example, Apex India Infosystem has rated Nishita 4-star rating because she has onboarded with Apex India Infosystem. If you want to elaborate and see the review, then you have to click here and it will show like, I am delighted to provide a review for Nishita. This is the review given by Apex India Infosystem to Nishita because Nishita is onboarded. Similarly, if Nishita is ghosted, then you can also leave a review saying that he or she has ghosted. So that goes live. So this is one of the important feature. And the second is like you can see the offer history. So for example, you have punched the data and the candidate is also accepting the offer from somewhere else. Then you can see the history of accepting the job offer by the candidate for this role on a particular date. So then you can go back with the candidate and check whether he or she is interested to join with you, or you may opt for a plan B. You can pursue some other candidate. And also like we have offer data punch, which we are talking about. So offer data punch works in this fashion. You just have to give an email ID and a phone number. So once you search here, it will check with our internal database and say whether the candidate is matched or not. If it is not, then you have to enter the first name, last name, and few details here, like when is the offer acceptance date and when is the job start date. So once you do this, then it directly goes to the offer accepted stage, and also you can track this candidate similarly that I've shown like within the offer history tab. And also like we have a complete dashboard in our platform, like how many offers that have been punched and what is the total accepted, what is the total declined, and what is the total expired. So you'll be able to conclude what is the offers that you have released and what is the acceptance and joining ratios as well. Yeah. So these are the few features, and also we have an option to release an offer through our platform, which goes with the signature facility as well. This is the release an offer to a candidate. So definitely, we would love to connect with you on an individual basis and give a detailed demonstration on the platform and help you use the platform as well. So thank you so much, Santosh. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Sai. Okay, so can we move on to the next slide, please? Yeah. So before talking about this slide, so if you need any kind of a detailed explanation about how does an offer data punch or how does a review system will work, then you can also drop an email to us at support@offerx.in, or else you can also call us. So please reach out to us so that you will have a complete detailed explanation about these features. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so HRMS. So we can understand that the most of the companies are already using an HRMS system to release offer letters, and the review system in the OfferX has been tightly coupled with the offer list flow. So if you're not releasing an offer letter from the OfferX system, then you cannot write a review, because the reason being we need to have an authenticity for the review as well, right? So we cannot make it open. If we are making it open to write a review, then both the parties can just write a review without any authenticity. So we wanted to make it tightly coupled with an offer release flow, just because we will have an authenticity for that review. But the question arises where, when a company is using an HRMS system, and if they wanted to release an offer letter in OfferX system again, I think that is something which will not make any sense, right? Because releasing an offer letter from the HRMS one time and releasing an offer letter again from an OfferX system. So that is the reason why we have started integrating with an OfferX. We have started integrating with an HRMS systems. So we have been talking with multiple big players in the market. So very soon you'll be seeing, the big players connecting with an OfferX system. So in the meanwhile, what you can do is we also have something called a consent on employment letter, same as an offer letter. Just to make it very simple, it is like a letter of intent, which you generally release before releasing an offer letter. So you can release that consent on employment letter in the OfferX system, so that you can still leverage, the features of OfferX. You can write a review after releasing a consent on employment letter as well. So in this way, the set has been, in this way, you're also saying to the candidate that, I can still write a review on the OfferX system if I release a letter of intent or a consent employment letter from the OfferX, right? So in this way, you are setting standards on both the sides. So it's just like taking an advantage of a review system through the OfferX. But meanwhile, I'll also suggest if you are using any kind of an HRMS system, then please feel free to talk to us. We can also go talk to their HRMS system. So for the integration purpose, that's how it is. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the next slide. Yeah, it's all open for Q&A now. So if you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand so that we can enable your mic.
Yeah, we can enable everybody's mic to the top right corner if you're using on Teams. So just disable your mic. You can ask questions on all segments. Just in general, you want to know more about OfferX. Santosh is here to address everything. If you want more answers or you have questions on HRMS integration, if you have a ongoing HRMS setup and you want to integrate OfferX to it, how the entire offer punching works, you want a 101 demo after the session, anything to everything, please ask questions. We are here to help. Can we please enable everybody's mic?
Yes, Alicia, I have enabled mic for everyone.
Okay, and Monisha, if you can try on your top right corner again, if you can get started. Okay, great.
I see an option there. Hey, hi everyone. So I'm Monisha. So I work in a company called Rapid Canvas. It's more of a product company into an AI/ML platform, and we are working remote, right? So you know the difficulty of getting a candidate on board. So one such stories which I have faced during my onboarding session is, so we hired a candidate for a software engineer role. She was a diversity, and so we did through all the process. She cleared all the interviews, and she was an excellent performer actually. Everything went through, and even on the salary negotiation, she had an offer in hand of 37, and we offered her something similar to that, not what she was holding in her hand. She accepted our offer. We initiated the joining formalities and all the process. But I think exactly 1 or 2 weeks before, when we were following up for the laptop shipment and all, she ghosted. So she never returned back to calls, WhatsApp messages, emails, nothing. So, and we still had a hope and faith, maybe some medical emergency, she is not responding, and we gave her benefit of doubt and we waited. But later we saw on LinkedIn that she's continued to work in her current company itself. She has been promoted. So that is one such situation which we faced. And it was very difficult to track her and get her into at least a call or some note, right, that she's not going to join, but she did not share anything. She just ghosted.
Right. Just drop a message that we are not doing it, we are not going ahead with it would have helped. So,
Yes.
Monisha, you attended the entire session, and Santosh did explain what the entire offer punching feature is. So,
Yes.
do you think that offer punching feature is here to help the situation to tackle such situations that you don't have to face it again? Like if you actively start using it and you see if your candidate is accepting another offer or disengaged with you after getting your offer letter from you, can you track all of that? Do you think it's gonna help you?
Yes, I think we working remote because we're all virtually connected now, so we have to trust the candidate by what they say. So I think this will help us in tracking them and knowing what are they doing after accepting our offer. So I think this will be a good one for us.
Okay. So, thanks, Monisha. Thanks for sharing your experience and thanks for your feedback too. Let's move on to more people. Like, please, audience, address your questions. Please let us know what are your queries. Do you want to have a demo after this? Are you convinced with what offer punching is doing is going to solve your ghosting issues? Just let us know in chat or unmute your mic and let us know. Uh, I'm sorry. Bhanumurthy, the you don't have to raise your hand. Your mic has been enabled. You can go ahead and speak. Top right
Ye-
corner. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Hi.
yeah. So myself, Banu, I'm working in Intellinum as a TLE. So here my doubt is like, so you guys are proposing this offer X for for on the HR of on the HRMS or ATS, all the things, including candidate tracking as well. So I just want to know how do you guys do is candidate tracking because like so if the offer is released from OfferX or any of the ATS, uh, like how do you guys find out this? Suppose if I got an offer from you guys and you guys released from OfferX, I got an offer from some B company that is from other like Workday something ATS tool. Like how do you guys find out exactly like
Yeah.
even other offer release guy, I know other company also should use this offer X or what exactly? Like, how do you guys find out the
Correct.
tracking thing?
Correct. Understood, Banu. You're right, actually. You're on point. So when you say that, even the other company should also start using an OfferX system. So that is absolutely correct. So the most of the companies, what I see is right now, we have more than 2000 plus companies started using this tracking mechanism in place. And as you rightly mentioned, there might be some companies who will be using an ATS system or an HRMS system to release an offer letters. You're absolutely correct. So what we're doing is we have been talking with the several HRMS system. So very soon we are going to become a centralized platform for all these HRMS and ATS systems. Okay. So for example, say, as you rightly mentioned, if you are releasing an offer letter from Workday tomorrow, okay, and the same candidate is also getting another offer letter from KK or any other HRMS from a different company altogether, still we can able to track just because we are enabling our APIs with all these HRMS and ATS systems. That's how it is.
So it's kind of extensions for this, whatever the ATS they're using, right?
Correct. Correct. You're right. It's going to work as a kind of an extension. You're right. Correct. Yeah. So for example, if you're using a Workday HRMS system,
Yeah.
so you'll be managing your day-to-day employees' activities in the Workday HRMS system, right? So you'll be
Okay.
releasing an offer letter and everything. So we will be enabling the tracking mechanism in your Workday itself. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how it is. So it's kind of works like an add-on for you. And moreover, what we wanted to do is we wanted to make this tracking mechanism automatic. You don't have to provide any kind of information of the candidate anymore if we are integrating with Workday or any other HRMS system. So all that we
Okay.
do is once the candidate accepts an offer letter through the Workday, then we will get few details of the candidates from the Workday itself to track. Okay, using those few attributes, so we will start tracking the offer letter of that particular candidate. That's how it is. So we are trying to make your work simple, and moreover, as you rightly mentioned, it works as an add-on, and it just feels like it's a simplified version for your HRMS. It's like a seamless flow for you guys. That's how it is going to be.
Okay, you just mentioned this 2000 companies are guys using this OfferX.
Yeah.
So this is kind of all over India with startups to mid-level or even MNCs kind of also using the top 10 MNCs. How we?
Right, right. So I see that we have clients across pan India, but most of them I could see from the region Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Gurgaon, and some parts in Pune as well. But most of them are from this big, I mean, markets. That's how it is. And we have been talking with a few of the big chains as well. I cannot disclose few names here, but probably you can very soon you can see some of the big chains coming into the OfferX system as well. That's how it is. Yeah, but for now, to answer to your question, we have mostly like mid scale and small scale companies. You're right. Yeah.
Okay, got it. I think that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
the
Banu.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So do we have any other
Surya,
questions?
yeah, Surya, you
Mhm.
can please unmute and ask.
Thank you for the session. I joined a little late, but my question is, we are facing this not offer declination, we are facing no shows, like first day they are coming to office and second day, third day onwards, no show, absconding. One, and every time there are silly reasons.
I
Okay.
know. Mhm, mhm, mhm. So we generally call
So,
it as yeah. Sorry, go ahead, please.
yeah, so I mean, someone is, I'm sorry to say, killing someone's father, someone is like extremely unwell, admitting to hospital. So, I mean, to collect our assets back, we are only facing a lots of issues. Now, the question is, we use Joho as our HRMS, right? So
Understood.
now we release our offer manually. We believe like our recruitment team will be in touch in person. They will speak. They will understand so that relation bonding becomes good, and all these things we can avoid. But it is suddenly started happening last 2 to 3 months, and it is not for very junior level. It is even high level, mid, senior level. So I just trying to understand that even if we take this OfferX, how is it going to help? I mean, would that help me at all in these kind of silly reasons?
Right. Obviously, it is going to help you for sure because I see the same problem with the most of the companies actually. So we generally call it as infant attrition. They will accept, they will join the company for 1 or 2 days, and they will just don't show off later. I'm not sure why the people will do that. Probably they might got another offer. Probably that might be the reason. But what I can see is, there are certain reviews with respect to infant attrition in the system as well. So that you can able to see that much before releasing an offer letter itself. So we have such kind of reviews as well, right? If the people are not joining the company after the job start date or join the company for 1 or 2 days and then later no show offs. So we have reviews on such candidates as well. So it all depends upon the candidate. He might move on after joining the company or before joining the company. But all that we recommend for you is to check for the reviews, check for the onboarding reviews. So we have such reviews as well in the system. So if you can check the reviews of their previous employers, then you can take an informed decision whether you wanted to release an offer letter or not. That's
So
how
it is reviews are available in your portal.
system.
That's what you're saying.
Correct. Correct.
your
Correct.
system. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
see, like the people who did tasks like that, we haven't given review anywhere. Of course, we have blacklisted them. And tomorrow, if any background verification request come, definitely I'm not going to give a go ahead. But somewhere in the portal, we are not mentioning that. I mean, so how do you get that? But until and unless someone is using your portal releasing offer, this connect is not possible. That is what I understood.
Exactly. So that's how plays a key role, because the data, the review data is something which plays a very key role in the OfferX system, right? So from the last 1.5 years, we have been, marketing in a such a way to the most of the companies. Like, we have been to most of the events, and we have been doing these webinars, roundtable conference. So we are making this HR fraternity unite. Okay, so that's how we have landed up in most of the companies, who are writing the reviews as well in the system. So we have a very strong review system base in our OfferX system, where you can just utilize those review system and take an informed decision. And moreover, if you see that the candidate is not showing off after accepting or joining the company, then probably you can also start writing the review. As of now, we don't have any kind of a tracking mechanism in place. Actually, if you see some of the portals in the market where the candidate can go write a review on the company, but the company doesn't have any kind of a provision to write a review on the candidates anywhere. So you can just utilize this OfferX system, and moreover, please start writing the review itself, review on the candidate based upon your onboarding experience. So all that I wanted to say is the review system is very strong in our system as of now. Then please start utilizing it. That's what I can say. And moreover, it's just like a free of cost. You don't have to charge. We don't charge anything actually. So in that case, then it's just like you can just search for that particular candidate with email ID or the name or the phone number, and then you just you'll get all the details of that particular candidate in the system. Please utilize the feature, is what I can say. Yeah. Yeah.
You mean to say your service is totally free of cost?
Exactly. Yes, that's how it is. Yeah. We might be charging at the later point of time, but as of now, it is free of cost. But we will let
I
you
would
know
like to have a
once we start
proposal from
monetizing.
you in that case. Kindly share a proposal with me, because I would like to go through. Because last few months we are facing a lot of issues where 2 days joining, induction done. We feel very much wastage of our time when you explain the policy, induction is done, and I hate this company as a HR manager. So I mean, it's really painful. And just you have handed over all the knowledge transfer. And there are another reason thing I have seen. One guy came all the way from somewhere else to Bangalore to join the company. Second day, he said, no, Chennai offer, I was waiting. That is released, so I'm going back to Chennai. So for my recruiter, it is very tough to understand a person who is relocating at least. Definitely, he's serious.
Exactly. That makes sense. Yeah, obviously, because we can see we were also on the same shows just a few days before. We can understand your pain actually. Yeah, that is something which
So
is
please
impacting.
share me your proposal. My email ID is there with you, I believe, and your offerings. Let me see what best we can, because currently getting an extra budget and all will be little time taken. But if something free service we can understand and it really goes well with us, it can drastically this infant attrition rate can come down. We'll be really happy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank
So
you
we are
much.
very So we are very much happy to collaborate with you. So we will connect with you once we're done with this meeting. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Surya. I hope all your concerns are cleared. But even after this session, our team, someone from our team will connect with you 101, and we will make sure this collaboration goes ahead. Any more questions from the audience?
Yeah, hello, this is Prachi. I am
Hi.
currently HR VP in, I think, a similar company like Surya was talking about, and I can completely relate, like 200% can relate what she is talking about. So there was one instance, this person came and he was there at the office. He signed the offer letter manually. We are giving the printouts, everything. But he just said that, okay, I will take the laptop tomorrow. I don't have laptop bag and all. He was very polite, very nice, seemed to be a very decent guy. And then next day, he did not come to office. So
we were so shocked that what happened. Like you are just coming the previous day and signing the offer letter, even talking about the laptop, everything is set, and the next day you're not there. And this was really important closure for us, very critical position. So, it's very strange that people do not communicate with you. So, I think if they do, we at least increase our pipeline and make our lives very easy. And another thing I can completely relate to what Surya was talking about, that, these sudden emergencies and suddenly someone dies and there is a lot of serious issues, some brain hemorrhage cases. Like everything is so extreme that it becomes very difficult as a person to really trust them. And it takes a toll on your humanity that, okay, now I cannot trust this person if somebody else is also telling you okay, some like ABC has done wrong, but XYZ are maybe genuine. But it's so sad that you feel you cannot trust them, right? With these instances. So I think you guys, what you are doing seems very impressive. Santosh, Alicia, I think I was really startled to hear that, it's free of cost in the beginning, because I was ready with my question, what are your price points, to be very frank. So I think I would also like to connect with you guys. You all have my details, so
Yeah.
let's connect. I would really want to use the platform, and then definitely, if the budget helps, then we can ask our management and get the approvals later.
That would be great, Prachi. That's awesome. We heard your experience. We heard all of your pain points. I'm sure everyone else on the meeting has the same connecting pain point, and that's why we all are here. So do we have any more questions, or we are just going towards the end of this session? So, but we would still connect with you 101, all of you all. And just to give a bird eye view before closing this session, yes, onboarding issues, tracking a candidate after releasing an offer letter, reviews about the candidate, to know the candidate journey, a great connecting platform, and above all, I'm sure the seamless integration with your existing HRMS. So if you have a great HRMS at place, we do not disrupt your system. You can talk to us, you can talk to your HRMS system, we can integrate there, we can integrate with your entire system, you can use it for free. And just as all the platforms, I would always tell you that please start using it. Please pass this message to your fellow HRs in the groups, that more people start using it. You and just, it's not about us, you will get benefited more, because the more companies are here, the more reviews you will find, the more candidates you will find to review them, the onboarding gets better, the tracking gets better. So it's a two-way process. But that's where we'll close all about OfferX. And thank you all for giving your time, for coming here. Any question that has been not addressed, we have the next screen on. You can see, all of you all, the support email, the website chat support is there, the number is there. Please note it down quickly, or just take a photo or a screenshot. And even we have your details, so we will connect with you, and with Monisha, Prachi, Surya, and I think Ankita, if I was not wrong, Bhanu, if I remember all your names, who have we have interacted personally. We will get back to you, and with all we couldn't get a chance to connect personally, even then we will connect with you 101 after this. So it was a great session. Thank you, Santosh. Thank you, Sai. It is great to have such sessions with all the HRs, understand them. It also helps make our product better. So thank you all for joining. And can we move on to the next slide? Yeah, just before closing, I always close on a very sweet note, as I call it. So our sister company is into we this is Bright Child Foundation, and we are into helping children world India wide, expanded a lot in Telangana, Hyderabad, everywhere. Helped 20,000 plus students. We have 600 plus volunteers, and and whatnot, all of you that you see in screen. But our uh, CSR model or our NGO works very differently. What we do is, just like OfferX, we connect corporates to these kids or to these schools, underprivileged schools, and the society. And we do not just donate. That's a very wrong thing to say. It's a very simple model how it works. Whenever we connect with companies, we make sure there are two things that makes all these companies these days. One, where people are working, that is the manpower, and the second is all the e-waste or computers that are not useful for the company anymore. So two things come out of the company. So we simply take two helps, that if you have unused computers, you think that's not useful for your company anymore, and it's lying somewhere in some desk, and you just are feeling that you can trash it, but stop there. So don't trash it, just give it to us. We'll make great use of it. We'll give it to all these government schools and underprivileged kids, just to change the society from the very grassroots level. We do not again we do not donate. We believe in changing at a much deeper level. We also would encourage a lot of volunteers. If you have free times on Saturday and Sunday, online or offline, and you want to really give any kind of knowledge, even if it's career guidance to these kids, we are happy to take you in as volunteers. Any CSR activity your company is planning to do, we are happy to take in those queries and expand it year end. We know that all of you all are very much into CSR activities, or you're starting mid any important day, any cause, please connect with us. Do not please trash your computers and laptops at even semi working conditions. Please give it to us. We use computers as tools to teach a lot of different things to these kids, because we know that even like around 67%, or if I'm not wrong, 62%, somewhere around that, our kids are underprivileged in our country. So only a good 40% resource you are getting as HRs every year. So if you want to get a good 100% of resource who are aware of the environment, who are good to good with all the kind of knowledge that you want all the kids to get equal chances, and also very much aware about the society, as basic as traffic rules, as basic as how to behave, how to eliminate all kinds of issues from the society. They should be aware, and to be aware, I think nothing better than computer as a tool. So it's not just giving computer knowledge, that is what we use. So we want them to use computer as a window to the entire world, because it's been I don't know what, 75 years of independence, and it's very sad to see these kids even not having one computer in the school. So apart from just having this techie stuff and hi-fi things at place, and only uh, what solving our problems as HRs or companies, we extend hands to these underprivileged kids also. So please help us. Please let us know if any kind of CSR activities you have in your company. We can always be of great help. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. So we look forward to opportunities where we can collaborate and help each other and make it a good place for everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah.
Yes, Bhanu.
Thank you.
I think, is there something you want to say? Okay. I think you just
Thank you
told
so
No,
me.
much,
no,
guys.
actually.
Thank you.
Okay,
I'm
bye-bye.
glad that you guys took this and beautiful CSR journey too. Wish you success, guys. You are doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for joining. Have a have a good weekend and have a good day.